Now, I've had many dreams about a war. I won't say many, but maybe a couple dozen, about a war with aliens. Now, in one of these dreams, what I saw was I was standing up on a hill looking down, and with me were two other people, a man on my right and a woman on my left. And I remember the woman was kind of thin and she had long dark hair. Now, all three of us were preaching that the aliens were going to come down, that they weren't aliens at all. They were really, in fact, demons, and no one had believed us, and they permitted these demons to land. And we're watching them offload their ships, and this is what I saw. To me, it seemed like a tank. It was an attack craft. This curvature like that existed on the front. The back, I kind of don't remember anymore. It's been some time. But it looked kind of like this, almost symmetrical. In fact, maybe it was. I think it wasn't. This here is supposed to be an opening, this black line following the outline of the vehicle here. And out of this opening protruded a barrel. And it had some large rings around it. It wasn't a long, straight barrel like you might typically see on a tank, a T-72 or an Abrams or something. So, and this was all black. Now the rest of this, this is just representative because I only have the standard colors. So this part actually was all like a dark brown, like a lightly roasted coffee bean. I don't have something similar here. And then there were small patches, kind of like a large-scale camouflage using the dark brown and a lighter mocha-colored brown. And then this part down at the bottom seemed to be all black. I think it was actually a little thinner than what I've drawn here. And I don't know what that was. But there were no tracks or wheels at all. These things levitated. They came and they levitated along the ground. And because of the barrel, it looks like an attack craft to me. I believe that's what it was. Now, in a totally separate dream, it was a dream about human beings moving in light squads, groups of 10, 12, 20, 50, and they were fighting against aliens. And the aliens had a thing that was like a helicopter. It was a vertical short takeoff and landing. And this is the general outline. This is the general outline of it. And what's really interesting is I could hear the thoughts of one of the men who was fighting this group. He was a large, muscular man, and he saw one of these crash, and that's how I saw it. It was crashed into some trees, and he was wondering to himself if he might be able to repair it because he knew how to fly them. So somehow there are men who are able to fly these at some point. I don't know how that comes about. But that was really interesting to me. But these people, it was sometime after the war had already been underway because they knew exactly how to fight. They were honed, and they were very careful. They were all dressed in civilian clothes, but they moved like a well-trained military unit, following cover, moving around the corners of buildings, not close but far away, everything. They look sharp. So anyway, these are two different military vehicle outlines. Oh, you know, there's no obvious kind of entry. I didn't notice. On this one, I really particularly noticed that there was no opening on it. I just didn't see anything. It was the same dark brown color like this. And on this one as well, I didn't notice any door. There's no like back panel where maybe people are loading in, like it might be a troop transport. There was no side door, no hatch over here. It's completely unclear to me how anybody gets in or out of that. Maybe it's all a drone, I don't know. But this one has a pilot because the man remembered that he knew how to fly them and had wondered if he could repair it. So people, I just wanted to emphasize that there are no such thing as aliens. There's not some good aliens and some bad aliens. They're all bad. Just like Phil Schneider testified when he came out of working underground, building the DUMBs, the deep underground military bunkers, that they're all demons. They all eat human flesh, and there are 9 different types of them, and none of them are good. None. Eventually, they killed Phil Schneider for his testimony that he brought you. And what you need to know is there's going to be a war, and we're going to fight these people, and they're going to kill us. And they do consume human flesh. This is the man from Modesto. I just want to remind you all, as always, to pray or be defeated. And do not be caught up in this strong delusion. They are not your friends. There's no Galactic Federation of Light. There are no friendlies that are going to come. Anyone who trusts them is going to be betrayed to their death. So pray.